Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 15, text number 38. Swarata Pautram Vinayinam Swarata Pautram Vinayinam Atmanah Susamam Gunai Atmanah Susamam Gunai Toya Nivyaya Patim Bhumer Toya Nivyaya Patim Bhumer Abhayashinchad Gajahave Abhayashinchad Gajahavaye Swarat, the emperor. Pautram, unto the grandson. Vinayinam, properly trained. Atmana, his own self. Susamam, equal in all respects. Gunai, by the qualities. Toya Nivyaha, bordered by the seas. Patim, master. Bhume, of the Lord, of the land. Abhayashinchat, enthroned. Gajahavaye, in the capital of Hastinapur. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Thereafter, in the capital of Hastinapur, he enthroned his grandson, who was trained and equally qualified as the emperor and master of all land bordered by the seas. Thereafter, please repeat. Thereafter, in the capital of Hastinapur, he enthroned his grandson, who was trained and equally qualified as the emperor and master of all land bordered by the seas. Purport. The total land on the earth bordered by the seas was under the subjugation of the king of Hastinapur. Maharaj Yudhishthir trained his grandson Maharaj Parikshit, who was equally qualified in state administration in terms of the king's obligation to the citizens. Thus Parikshit was enthroned on the seat of Maharaj Yudhishthir prior to his departure back to Godhead. Concerning Maharaj Parikshit, the specific word used, Vinayinam, is significant. Why was the king of Hastinapur, at least till the time of Maharaj Parikshit, accepted as the emperor of the world? The only reason is that the people of the world were happy because of the good administration of the emperor. The happiness of the citizens was due to the ample production of natural produce such as grains, fruits, milk, herbs, valuable stones, minerals, and everything that the people needed. They were even free from all bodily miseries, anxieties of mind, and disturbances caused by natural phenomena and other living beings. Because everyone was happy in all respects, there was no resentment, although there were sometimes battles between the state kings for political reasons and supremacy. Everyone was trained to attain the highest goal of life, and therefore the people were also enlightened enough not to quarrel over trivialities. The influence of the age of Kali gradually infiltrated the good qualities of both the kings and the citizens, and therefore a tense situation developed between the ruler and the ruled. But still, even in this age of disparity between the ruler and the ruled, there can be spiritual emolument and God consciousness. That is a special prerogative. We will take the next one also. मथुरायां तथा वज्रम शूरसेनापतिं ततः प्रजापत्यां निरूप्येष्टिम् अग्निं अपिबद ईश्वरः. Then he posted Vajra, the son of Aniruddha, grandson of Lord Krishna, at Mathura as the king of Shurasena. Afterwards, Maharaj Yudhishthir performed a Prajapatya sacrifice and placed in himself the fire for quitting household life. Purport. Maharaj Yudhishthir, after placing Maharaj Parikshit on the imperial throne of Hastinapur, and after positive Vajra, the great grandson of Lord Krishna as the king of Mathura, accepted the renounced order of life. The system of 4 orders of life and 4 castes in terms of quality and work, known as Varnashram Dharma, is the beginning of real human life. And Maharaj Yudhishthir, as the protector of this system of human activities, timely retired from active life as a sannyasi, handing over the charge of the administration to a trained prince, Maharaj Parikshit. The scientific system of Varnashram Dharma divides the human life into 4 divisions of occupation and 4 orders of life. The 4 orders of life as Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha and Sannyasi are to be followed by all, irrespective of the occupational division. Modern politicians do not wish to retire from active life, even if they are old enough. But Yudhishthir Maharaj, as an ideal king, voluntarily retired from active administrative life to prepare himself for the next life. Everyone's life must be so arranged that the last stage of life, say at least the last 15 to 20 years prior to death, can be absolutely devoted to the devotional service of the Lord, to attain the highest perfection of life. It is really foolishness to engage oneself all the days of one's life in material enjoyment and fruitive activities. Because as long as the mind remains absorbed in fruitive work for material enjoyment, there is no chance of getting out from conditioned life or material bondage. No one should follow the suicidal policy of neglecting one's supreme task of attaining the highest perfection of life, namely going back home, back to God. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swaminiti Namine Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Swarata Pautram Vinayinam Atmanah Susamam Gunai Toya Nivyahya Patim Bhumer Abhyashinchat Gajahave. Thereafter, in the capital of Hastinapur, he enthroned his grandson, who was trained and equally qualified as the emperor and master of all land bordered by the seas. Mathurayam tatha vajram shurasena patim tatah prajapatyam nirupeshtim agnin apibat ishvaraha. Then he posted Vajra, the son of Aniruddha, grandson of Lord Krishna, at Mathura as the king of Shurasena. Afterwards, Maharaj Yudhishthir performed a Prajapatya sacrifice and placed in himself the fire for quitting household life. So now, Sutta Goswami is explaining how Yudhishthir Maharaj was preparing to quit this body. Before he did that, he placed his grandson Maharaj Parikshit, because that's whole Mahabharata is because of that. Yeah, you have to take it as that, Mathura and Hastinapur. He was the king, but he appointed these two people there. Okay, so we should understand like that. He appointed, because although Parikshit Maharaj was qualified, but still he was young, very young. So that's why Yudhishthir Maharaj decided that, okay, let the responsibility be given to one more person. Other sons of Draupadi were killed. You should know that also. Ashwatthama killed the 5 sons. So that's how there was nobody left. See, Mahabharata will not tell us something which is not a fact. Okay. So we should first of all accept that fact that, okay, even if sometimes it looks like there is some controversy or some contradiction, there has to be a reason for that. That's how we should accept Bhagavatam. So there is actually no contradiction. That is why it is important to read understand it through Acharyas. So why are we reading Prabhupada's commentary, Prabhupada's purports? Because he makes it simple for us to understand, in what context it is said. And he himself is not doing it from his own, he has heard it from his spiritual master, like that. So this is coming the parampara. He quotes from the old acharyas. So that's how we take it. Okay. So now, see, the important things are the land covered, bordered by the seas. That's how we have to understand. When we say the whole world, there is no evidence that people came by ships and things like that, from other islands, other continents. Okay. But yes, within this continent, everything happened. So Khanda, it's a Bharata Varsha, Bharata Khanda, like that. There's a Khanda. But anyway, it's much bigger than what we have, And there are, of course, certain things happened in the other part also. For example, when Ravana wanted to make a ladder all the way to the heavenly planet, So he made a way through, this came through Brazil. The ladder started in Brazil and he went all the way under sea, He made a way under sea. So it's all there. They are very, very powerful. We should understand from that point of view that they are so powerful that we cannot compare, we cannot imagine what happened. And that age is also different. Treta Yoga is long lives for people. People are so powerful. Like it is stated that the main gate of Ayodhya was 280 feet tall. The gate. Now, why will somebody make a gate of 280 feet for persons of 7-8 feet or 15 feet? So its calculation as per the Vastu Shilpi the main gate of a city is 4 times the height of a person, average height. So that shows that Ramachandraji was 70 feet tall at least. So it's a different word, altogether. When Putana died, of course, Putana was an extraordinary personality. So it says that, her body was 8 miles long. She crushed all the trees in that path of 8 miles. No, you don't have to be sorry. Yes, it's perfect questions. Don't worry about that. I'm just trying to help you by giving the answers as per the scriptures. These questions do come in our mind, definitely. But I'm just giving a little caution that we should not allow that question to remain in the mind. Get it out and get satisfied. That's how the system is. That's why we say that Pariprashnena. Krishna says Pariprashnena. You must inquire, but in the right mood. And your mood is perfect, so nothing to worry. Okay. Because we hear this here and there, and unfortunately we have been conditioned by the British and Max Muller type of people, that we have been not even told the truth. How many people know that Krishna is the origin, is the Adi Purusham? Only after Brahma Samhita was discovered by Lord Chaitanya, which Lord Brahma himself declares, Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So these are there, this type of things are there in our system. So, but we have to, that's why we have to become knowledgeable. Okay. No, I'm just an instrument, I'm just repeating what I'm hearing from the Acharya. So I'm nobody. The real thing is Vyasadeva. And that's why, we say that we are all Vyasadeva Anuyayis. Just follow. Don't question. His motives. We can question, we can ask questions to understand things properly. Yes. That's the mode. Okay. So now we see that, Prabhupada especially spend some time on Varnashram system. He says Varnashram, this Anuruddha. See again, Aniruddha is grandson of Lord Krishna and his son is Vraja. You can see 3 generations are there. Okay. And then of course the point is that he is just preparing. He just appoints people and then he says, okay, I am going now. And so he has this Prajapatya Yagna. Okay. And that's where he decides. In the next few shlokas we'll come to know what is to be done and how you quit your body. Very instructive. We heard that during Bhishma Pitama's thing, how he quit his body. So there are different ways of quitting the body. And how we saw how Dhritarashtra quit his body. And now we are going to see how Yudhishthira Maharaj will quit. Because he's in power. So it's not easy for him, Moment, suppose he declares, people are going to be naturally very much disturbed. Because Yudhishthira Maharaj is not some ordinary king. Here the word used is Swarat. This word is used for generally Krishna. Swarat is emperor. Swarat also means totally independent. But Yudhishthira Maharaj is not independent. He depends on Krishna. Krishna is the only one who is totally independent. But sometimes, like, we saw some personalities are called Bhagavan. The same way it is Swarat. So here Prabhupada talks about, at least in the later part of our life, we should take it up. But he also knows that it's difficult, suddenly to change gears. Very difficult. People say that, but you see that people, when they retire, they are still into politics. And, when I was in Bangalore, I used to feel so pity for these people. The old people were all driven out of their homes in the evening. Okay, go for a walk, go something, because Not that they want the good health of the old people, but because they want their own time. So at least this man goes out, we can talk something amongst ourselves. And then they go and sit under some trees, and then you go near them and you see what they are talking. They are not talking Krishna Katha. They are talking just cheap politics. What's happening? They are, and everyone is an advisor. How the government should be run, what should be done, how the cricket match should be played, who should be appointed, who should be. So they discuss all these things. So one time I talked to one group and told them, instead of this, sir, I respect all of you, but instead of talking all this, why don't you bring Bhagavad Gita from home or some Purana or something, and then discuss that nicely. You got so much experience of life. Use it properly. But that's how it is. Very few people, they will say, oh, we'll join the temple after we retire, but it's not easy. That is why, right from the right age, the childhood, we have to start this. But okay, we missed the bus, so it's never too late. Sometime in life, you have to start it. That's the point. Okay. So, thank you very much. I would like to stop here. Hare Krishna Maharaj. No vacancy in spiritual world. Yes. Envy. Yes, you're right. If we continue to be envious, then